Hello dear Ayurveda enthusiasts and welcome to my channel Vanashri Ayurveda. I've seen that so many people are subscribing to my channel and you guys are out there watching my videos that I put on. I'm so thankful for all you guys who have subscribed to my channel. Please let your friends and family know and spread this word out. Today we are going to talk about tofu because one of our watchers wanted to learn about tofu. So according to Ayurveda, tofu is a very hard protein to digest. Ayurveda being a very ancient science, tofu was not technically there when Ayurveda was practiced a long time ago, about 3 to 5,000 years ago. So tofu is technically not an Ayurvedic food. It's also very hard on your agni because the Western science says that tofu has phytoestrogens. So it's really not good for women a lot or who have a history of cancer or estrogen related cancer or breast cancer in their family. So I would recommend not to eat tofu as a main source of protein because it's not as healthy as a vegetable source of protein, say for instance lentils or beans or things like that. Also, tofu has something in it called as lectins. Lectins are their own lectins are the defensive sources of certain plants that keep them away, that keep insects and all the other pests away from them. So it's like their natural defense. Now, if we eat these things, our body also doesn't know how to digest lectins well. So tofu will not be a good source of protein if you're eating it as a main source of protein. From a dosha perspective, tofu is vata pacifying and it aggravates kapha. It sometimes pacifies pitta too, but depending on how you cook it. Now, I would recommend not to use any soy products. The first reason is because they're excessively processed. Even though tofu is fermented, people think that fermented food is actually easy for digestion. Ayurveda is totally against it and it says that fermentation kind of aggravates your vata and pitta. That's why do not eat fermented food. Now, the way you cook tofu matters a lot too. Your agni should be able to digest the tofu well and break down the proteins that are kind of hard to digest. The way you can cook tofu is you have to use a good amount of spices when you're cooking tofu. So the easiest way to do is like put some oil in a skillet and add cumin seeds, some mustard seeds, some turmeric, coriander, fennel. So these are thermogenic spices that might break apart the protein and help your agni to digest tofu better. Or you could like cook tofu in something else. When you cook food together, it gets to know each other and becomes more easy to digest. Now she also, one of our viewers also asked me that what are the food combinations that should not be done with tofu. A very important food combination to not do with tofu is any other protein because tofu itself is very hard on your digestion. So I would recommend eating tofu by itself or some vegetables, but do not combine tofu with any other protein out there. So say for instance, if you're doing at Mexican restaurant, tofu or like chicken and beans and rice and things like that, when you're mixing too many things together, it's going to be very hard on your digestion. So I would recommend to eat tofu by itself, cooked though, really well cooked with some spices, and not as a main source of protein. So I hope, dear viewer, I answered your question. So please let your questions and comments pour in and I will keep making videos like this for you guys. Do not forget to subscribe to my channel, Vanashri Ayurveda. Hit the bell icon. Many people have asked me, how do I subscribe to YouTube? So that's why I'm mentioning hit the bell icon and you would automatically be notified when I put up a new video. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned. Bye-bye.